Hebrews 6, 4 through 6, is it saying that a Christian can lose his salvation?
So Hebrews chapter 6, verses 4 through 6 is one of arguably the most difficult passages in all of the Bible. It doesn't matter what passage that we're studying, we always need to study in context. You say, what do you mean? Well, there are 3 verses that precede it, and there's a lot of verses that are after it, and it's in chapter 6, which means there's a chapter 5 before. If you'll broaden the scope of that passage and you go back into chapter 5, beginning in verse 18, it basically says that there are believers that should be mature in their faith, but they're immature. Okay. In other words, they need to grow up and be where they need to be. When you get to chapter 6, verse 1, the first word of the chapter is therefore. You know the old joke, therefore is there for a reason. It says, let us go on to. And I think what Hebrews chapter 6, verses 4 through 6 is actually communicating is the opposite of what we fear. We think it says we can lose our salvation. What I think it's saying in context is, in light of this entire picture, that if you could lose your salvation, you could never get it back. You can't lose it. So go on beyond that and live the life God has called you to live. Great question. If you have one, send to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question. Be tomorrow's.